Woo! Woo! Oh, holy fuck! Oh, I can feel it right now.
What,
We're not even recording on Audacity anymore. We're recording GarageBand. It's like we're in a garage, but we're not. There's no band. This is fucking insane.
Hello, and welcome to episode number 4 of the Musically Challenged podcast.
Howdy.
Damn boy, we made it to 4.
My name's Julian, and Sam and Mike have made it to 4 episodes with me.
Samuel.
Hello, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
You sound like you should have a carer.
Is that not what Julian is to us?
Oh, fucking hell.
It's already started.
Picking up from the end of last episode.
Mike, what have you been listening to lately?
So, lately, well, I think we should probably talk about the gig we went to.
Should we talk about that after we've talked about the bands that we've listened to this week first,
Okay, fine.
And then we can
Let's prioritise our things.
along the band. Yeah.
So, I've been listening to quite a bit of Queens of the Stone Age, and I've been ranting and raving to Julian. He listened to my favourite album. He listened to Like Clockwork.
I listened to a little bit of it too.
and
Please notice me.
Yeah, well, I made you listen to it.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, it's quite easy to like, I think.
Yeah.
So I just went back. I was like,
I was listening to it in the SU, so it was pretty loud, so I couldn't really hear the fine details.
That means you haven't turned the volume up loud enough on your phone.
yeah, well,
I'm getting to the point where constantly I'm on full volume on my phone.
I'm at the point now
like,
where I'm listening to Death Grips at the volume with my headphones on. Like,
I can hear
nice
it.
Cosy rooms in the Chancellor's building. You can both hear it sitting across the table.
give it a year and we'll just have ringing in our ears 24/7.
Tinnitus.
We'll just be
I hope so,
deaf.
because I don't want to hear anything anymore. Especially after I heard Arctic Monkeys last week. Anyway,
I don't want to hear your voice.
What else apart from Queens of the Stone
sorry,
Age?
not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Wow, sorry, not sorry. Well, I had to do a bit of research for one of the bands we're talking about later.
Yeah.
Shabazz Palaces, that is.
Yeah.
I really like them, but we'll get onto that.
We'll get onto that, yeah.
We'll get onto that.
Those are your opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Segment.
And yeah, we'll go on, Sam. You can chuck a few albums into the
Alright,
mix.
so I've been listening to Blank Banshee released a new album.
Yeah, boy.
And I listened to it because Julian said, Sam, you're a meme kiddo. Listen to some meme music. This is Vaporwave and Trap. And it was
Vapor
good.
Trap.
Vapor Trap.
Some people call it.
Yes. So I
Nice.
listened to it. It was pretty good.
Good meme.
I made chili whilst I listened
Chili and
to
chill.
it, and it was good chili, average music. And what else? I've been listening to the Mountain Goats,
Oh yeah.
which are they're
been playing them for me
they're
as well.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, lyrical powerhouses. They're flipping amazing.
What does it sound like?
It's like folky,
It's really folky.
folky sort of strummy guitar-y.
And
Neutral Milk Hotel.
he sings at a very high register.
It's like Neutral Milk Hotel. The voice is like, I wouldn't say it's on par, it's near to on par. Like, he goes all out.
It's very different, the voice.
Yeah.
He does go all out.
And the lyrics is where the Mountain Goats shine. They
Right.
just
They're good lyrics.
their songs take you away to magical places.
I can relate to the lyrics.
They're lovely
I'm
stories.
gonna make it through this year. Or
If
whatever
it
is.
kills me.
If it kills me, yeah.
Yeah.
Which it might well do. So, Julian,
Yeah.
we got an hour. Might just be able to fit in what you've been listening
Sure,
to this
yeah.
week.
So,
Good me!
Running meme.
I've been listening to,
Trebuchets.
I've been writing down meme tributes to trebuchets.
Why?
And getting upvotes while I'm at it. There's someone else got the upvotes actually because they posted it, but you know, what can you do?
r/trebuchets on Reddit.
On Reddit?
Reddit.
Are you a fucking frog?
Reddit.
You got a green shirt on and everything.
Reddit.
Can you play cool? Look, we're saving
Right,
that for
memes.
the later episode,
We
okay?
end the memes
I've
now.
been listening to a lot of punk-inspired music recently. Found a band from Japan called Melt Banana,
Yes.
Yes,
You showed
I've
me
heard-
them
I've
also.
heard of
who are like noisy, fast-paced, aggressive punk music with really high-pitched female vocals, and
They were good.
they're just
Ooh.
a hell of a lot of fun.
But
Yeah.
are
You just
the-
can't make.
But are the members of Melt Banana hot?
I generally don't know.
Are they on the list?
I've seen one of the guys who's in
I
it,
haven't
and
seen
he
them,
looks
so-
pretty average from what I've seen.
You said
Granted,
there's
I've only seen
female
this, though.
vocals. That means there's female members. We gotta look it up.
Well,
Go-
you
go-
can
go
do that
ahead.
if you want.
Do
You
go
know-
ahead.
hey, you know I only have eyes for Björk. I
You know,
can't do
by the
that.
way, it's my list. It's my list, guys. You
Yeah.
can't. You can make your own
I'll
lists. I'm perfectly
Look,
happy.
I'm in it. I want to like mediate this.
Wow.
Well, I don't know about
I don't know
that.
if I should open it up to the
No, I don't think you should at all.
the people in the gangbang list.
So I've been listening to Queens of the Stone Age,
Yes.
as Mike
on my
put me onto like
recommendation.
clockwork.
She's not bad.
Some great.
Let's have a look. Can we get a second
I
opinion?
mean, she looks a bit old, but you know.
Yeah, but yeah, you can say the same about Björk, right?
I mean, we need a good ratio, so why not?
We'll get on to that later, won't we?
Not happening.
And then I've also been listening to some more.
What?
Wait, hold on. What?
I
I just said melt her banana. Threw that one in quickly.
I don't think
Right.
you understand.
Sam.
that-
When you're in the list, you don't need to understand. Let there be silence for a bit.
Oh.
Yeah,
And,
go for it, Julian.
Go
yeah,
on, Julian.
you sure about this?
No, I'm not.
That-
Shut the fuck up. Right. Well, we listen. No, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Good meme,
I'm just
Sam.
memeing you, mate.
Damn, got
I've
red.
also been listening to a band called Full of Hell.
You haven't told us about
They,
that.
No, I haven't because
They
this is just,
sound-
you don't listen to this kind of music.
They
I don't
sound
like it.
lovely.
They are lovely.
Is it
right?
folk?
It's more along the lines of noise-inspired grindcore and power violence. Unfortunately,
Power violence.
they collaborated with
Right.
Japanese noise artist Merzbow,
Oh,
who
well,
I've mentioned to you before.
we have
They
heard
released
something.
a collaborative effort in 2014, like a nice 20-25 minute.
That certainly is some noise.
Grindcore.
When I
album.
think power
Pretty
violence, I think of like. Have you seen Aliens?
No,
I've seen Aliens.
Yeah, they're
I
like-
love Aliens.
It's just, you know, the power armor that she's in at the end,
Yes.
and she goes, "Let go of her, you bitch!"
That's it.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine two of them fighting. That's power violence.
That's power
That's exactly
power
what I
violence,
imagined,
isn't it?
actually. I'm not gonna lie. Either that
We're
or
linked. We're linked. This is why I'm on the list.
well, either that or what happened last week when Julian hit Sam. That was power
That was
violence.
power.
that was power behind
That
that
was
one.
that was asserting
Shout out to
dominance.
last episode
That was daddy
again.
asserting dominance on
You know?
me.
We've seen our analytics.
It's
We know
not
more
good.
females are watching.
They're
We're up to
going up.
5.2%, Sam. Mark and I had a look at the placement talk this morning.
Yes, boys. I should.
It's about the right.
I'm kind of
ratio
happy
for
I
this,
missed
to
that
be honest.
placement talk now, because if I'd have seen that, I would have started like dancing. In the placement talk. I would be like, "Woo, boys!" And then people would have thought I'm even
5.2%.
more weird than I am.
Well, they're just scratching the surface if they think that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're like, really.
What are we going to talk about this episode?
No,
No,
we
you
haven't
missed a
talked
segment.
about the gig.
So yeah, so this is the reason why we.
I
haven't-
didn't say don't talk about the gig. I said what are we going to talk about this episode? From that,
Yeah.
you can start talking about the
No,
gig.
but that's what we've been listening to this week.
So this episode, memes. Memes. This episode, memes.
Shark Tale. Right.
Come on, gig.
Yeah. So
Let's
we went to a gig
Yep.
by the Mystery Jets.
They're a band called the Mystery Jets.
They are sort of indie rock.
The indie pop rock, I'd
course
say.
they are.
Yeah.
They're like
they're just good.
they're just good.
They're just good. It's just easy.
They're sort
fun,
of they have a weird boy band vibe
rocky
to them,
rock.
but they're not as really cringy bad as a boy band would
no.
be.
They
They're
ain't
sort
no
of
1D.
no, they're not 1D.
They're as bad as Bastille.
They're 4D.
Yeah,
They're
there's
better than
multiple
Bastille.
Ds. Anything's better than
Yeah,
Bastille.
they are
That's
better
true.
than Bastille.
Chinese water torture is better than Bastille.
I can say that
confirm.
I like one of their songs, so that's a good thing.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and when we went to the gig, we turned up. Well, it's a long story, truth be told, because we turned up to this little club place where they were playing. They had two
support bands.
two support acts.
I've never heard of two support
Yeah,
acts
I know.
before, actually.
Two
It's
support
pretty
acts.
amazing.
It was quite cool, actually.
There were two support acts when I went to see Last Shadow Puppets, The Gods,
Well, that's
Alex
a tangent,
Turner,
isn't it?
yes please.
Well, that's a tangent, isn't it? And
Yeah,
also
but
a
who
link to
even
last
is Miles
episode.
Kane?
What? He's a lad.
Right, let's get
literally
back.
have no idea.
Speaking of lads, so yeah, we had I believe the Hoo Ha was the name of the first support act.
Yeah, Hoo Ha.
This is the whole story of the night. We'll do it reasonably quickly.
Hoo Ha, also known as
Go on.
Diddy Kong in Smash Brothers, the newest Smash Brothers. If you grab with Diddy Kong into up throw it into up air and that kills someone, that's a Hoo Ha.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about Smash.
Talking about Smash.
Is that what happened last episode where you hit him?
Smashed him. That was Smash.
Exactly, yeah, that was a hoo-ha.
Anyway,
That was a Hoo Ha.
So the Hoo Ha's, they were pretty good. They're like
To be honest,
they have the local band vibe. They seem like they're having fun. The guy was like chatting around. He's really empty. When
Oh
he
yeah, I
turned up.
remember him now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he was right in front of us in the club the whole night.
He was a good lad.
That's the the front man basically, lead singer, lead vocalist. He came off after they'd done their little acts, and he was like, yeah, he was
They were
happy
good.
bloke. He was just enjoying the
sort
evening.
of
He wasn't happy as Dram though, was he?
no, but he was happy. He seemed like they were good, but they had and the lyrics were actually quite funny and
Oh, they were actually.
I
quite
like
good.
the lyrics for
No,
that.
yeah.
For that band, but they had like a little bit of we're in our late 40s and we've always dreamed of being.
We
in a
decided
band.
to do this when we were teenagers,
Yeah.
and now we're still doing it.
Yeah, and it hasn't paid off, but we've got a gig at this tiny club in Bath, kind of vibe to it.
Yep.
Is it that tiny?
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
it's-
it's relatively small.
It was quite busy when we were there, but
Yeah.
I suppose no more busy than the usual club night, actually.
Okay.
But it's more interesting
I
than
mean,
club night.
Comedia was no
I had more
bigger
fun.
than that place we went to see, Animal Collective.
No, yeah. It was a
Okay.
similar sized gig.
Yeah.
But obviously Animal Collective was way better. But anyway, well, actually,
yeah,
the next
and then-
support act, they might make it a bit of a competition for best night out.
Yeah.
Ooh, go on, Sam. You can explain this one.
It was a band called
The Big Moon.
The Big Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they gave me a big something else. Blimey, that bassist.
Oh
She
my
was-
god. Yeah.
She was absolutely gorgeous. To be honest, I don't remember any of the music.
No, do I? I'm not
Mike
kidding.
doesn't remember it.
I think it was good
And
music.
Jay
I
from
think.
last week, if he's listening to this, I'm pretty sure he doesn't remember.
No,
the
no, he
music.
didn't.
Actually, he won't be listening to this because we've locked him in the basement, haven't we?
Yeah, well, he's not.
He's been a bad boy.
Well, yeah, his corpse has been a bad boy. Anyway, so before we killed him, we dragged him along to this good meme of a gig.
night.
Yeah. So we're here watching the Big Moon. I'm like stood there, like I think I just got a drink, and I come back, and
me and Jay are just staring.
they're just staring.
At
Their just
this
eyes are
bassist.
just fixed on the basis.
And then you're like, what? And
I'm
I'm
like,
like, to the bassist.
yeah.
Yeah.
He like leaned into my ear like, the bassist.
That bassist though.
Check out the bassist.
Long story short, she's on the list.
She's on the list. I don't know her name.
Whereabouts on the list?
Bass top.
as near
Really?
as near to me as possible.
She's right next to Björk. She's right next to Björk.
Next
on the
to,
list.
on top of.
Nah.
Wait, is
You
the
said
list
she's on
is the
top.
list like ranking or is
I'm
Well,
pretty
I-
sure it's like
where
a
they're gonna
stack.
be
I
on the
established
stack.
you're on the bottom of the pile.
Fuck.
Or you're second to bottom, I think I said.
Yeah,
Which means you probably
who's
get
the
prize.
bottom?
Well, I can't remember now.
Alright.
Probably
Can't
one of the
remember
members of
those.
Sugar Cubes.
Can
Yeah,
you
one
put,
of
can you put the bassist near the bottom, near me?
You can crawl up the pile, Sam.
Alright.
She can start at the
The rocket
top.
pile.
Put some effort in.
You need to crawl. I'm somewhere in the middle, so that'll be fun when we like shake heads and acknowledge each other in the middle of the
Howdy.
pile.
Can I have a quick roundup? Overall thoughts on the gig.
I thought it was really fun. I got
That
stage
bass-
dived onto.
Yes.
That's
same.
another story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lead singer of
So this is actually the Mystery
the
Jets.
Mystery Jets flipping leaped off the stage
He did.
onto us.
Yep.
We caught him. We were like,
Whoa!
it was just me and Mike.
Yep.
Just holding him up with our
It
amazing
was
strength.
glorious.
Of
We were like,
scrawny,
I was like,
scrawny
"Dude."
computer
was like-
scientist strength.
With pipe cleaner arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he'd just like collapse. I thought he'd just crunch us. To be
to be honest,
honest.
I wanted him to end my life.
Yeah. He was like, "There's a stage dive going on." I like push people out of the way. I'm like, "Please land on my head.
Please.
Crack my skull, please."
Take me away from this
Not
hell.
because not because they were
We're
bad.
going to
but-
bridge soon. I need to die before that.
Truth be told, they played my favourite song first, which
Yeah.
is a song
That's
called
ne-
Telomere off their first
It's
album.
never a good
So I
thing.
was like, well, it's only downhill from here. So I sort of was stood there just remembering the basis from the Big Moon
Yeah.
and being happy. I had a smile on my face for most of that
God.
night.
Good.
yeah.
So yeah, that sums it up.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Then I wanted to get crushed. But that's the end of the gig when the stage dive happened.
Yeah.
So that summarises my thoughts, I think.
Yeah, it was a decent night out. It was a very
Yeah.
tiring night out because it started at 4 in the afternoon at happy
did.
hour and ended at 2 in the morning when I got back home. But
Full 10-hour night out.
yeah,
It's good.
Bruh.
I was
Yeah.
very ill the day after.
And you still kind of are.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
rip, you idiot.
Rip, you idiot. What,
Okay.
for the Big Moon bassist.
Should we talk about Shabazz Palaces?
Let's actually move on to a topic.
Yes,
So,
please.
Shabazz Palaces.
Yep. Sorry about that.
How many times have we said this? Experimental hip-hop trio.
Yes.
Hailing from Seattle, Washington, in the United States.
America.
They
That's
released couple of nice EPs in. I know they definitely released one in 2009.
Haven't listened to them.
Haven't listened
It's
to them.
nice.
But to be perfectly honest, the only album we really want to talk about,
Yep.
about,
Anyone I listen to properly.
is the one they released in 2011 called
Black Up.
Black Up.
Black Up. It's a good album.
So, Shabazz Palaces is kind of characterised by kind of really hazy,
It's chill.
abstract, kind of
It's
stonerish,
really
chill production.
Yep.
And
Surprisingly, it's like the Tame Impala of rap.
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say the Tame Impala of
Shut
rap.
down by Daddy.
I'm
I'd say
sorry.
it has a similar feel. Like, this week was a very chill...
It was a very chill
Like,
week.
listening to both these bands, I was quite relaxed.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both experiences. And I'm not usually big into hip-hop, experimental hip-hop.
Exactly.
Which,
well, any hip hop.
50% of the podcast, we do a topic. It's
I mean, yeah.
experimental hip-hop trio.
When I put on rap in the house, you get mad.
Well, I don't
really?
get
Mate,
No, I don't.
I put on Kendrick the other day.
Yeah.
Right? King Kunta was on. Top notch tune. This boy
You're going to say it worse than I said it.
goes, oh, well, anyone could make that, couldn't they?
I didn't say that.
You did.
I gave you a heads up. I was like, I know this is going to sound like patronising.
Well, it does, you know.
But that's like saying, I'm not racist, but
That's true.
I'm voting for Trump.
No, I enjoy King Kunta. It gets stuck in my head like really quite a lot. I can see it fits into an album. It's just
Give me a mic.
I'll
make the next big rap album.
I didn't say I'd make it, but I could do it better if I had a fucking mic. Yeah. I do have a mic. We're doing a podcast.
This
on a
is
mic.
my microphone,
Cool.
you cuck.
Yeah.
King Furry.
Hands off.
King
Furry. There we go.
King Ratatouille.
Anyway, Black Up.
Yeah.
10 songs on the album. 36 minutes long, so it's a pretty concise album.
Yep.
It's not quite what you'd call like full length, like 45 minutes of an hour.
It's a nice
Anyway.
package.
It is a very nice package. It doesn't waffle on
Mike
at all.
has.
Hey.
And every song
Yeah.
is fucking lit.
It
Am I
is.
right,
Lit.
Sam?
No, it is.
Lit.
It's lit.
AF.
Lit.
Lit AF.
AF.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about your first experience with Shabazz Palaces when I first told him about you?
Yes.
Free Press and Curl.
Oh.
I
God,
like
that
a lot.
song is so good. It's the first song on the album.
Yep. My first experience too.
Oh, it's hard to explain how lit this song is. Just the beat is amazing. The rapping, amazing flow. He's got a good voice. It's not a rap. It's just everything you want in a rap album.
It's good. No, yeah,
You
I
know.
agree.
There's no one in it. There's no Danny Brown coming in with a beat up and he's rapping. Hey guys, I really like Shabazz Palaces and I like to have a go.
Julian, we
He's
need a rap
English now. Let's do an American accent.
I can't do American and rat at the same time. It's just,
Hey, bring your rabbit.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then when you might.
oh my god.
That was last episode.
Yeah.
You know, we keep going back to last episode. I keep shouting.
Let's
out
stay
last
on this episode. I want to talk about the lyrics
Yeah,
from Black Up because a lot of them are really quite abstract.
they are.
And in a way that suits the tone of the rest of the production of the album.
It's,
But
it's sort of like a rappy drug trip.
it
where
is.
he's
It is
just-
quite a trip of an
he's
album.
just like he's like
a happy
he's
trip.
stoned and he's just saying random things.
I cried with Mooch at Pappy's wake, snuck a extra slice of cake. When the pigs came round to make they case, I looked them dead up in they face.
Oh damn.
I mean it though.
I mean it though.
So good.
He likes cake, doesn't he?
Eating cake. We'll get onto Lee's Majesty in a
That's-
little bit.
yeah.
Doesn't love
Another song
cake.
off
A little
the
bit of cake.
next album.
Yeah, but the cake's a lie, isn't it?
Me.
Can I get to the top of r/gaming now?
Well, top of our / Trebuchet. We've done that already. Hey.
We got 160 something upvotes. That
I
was
know.
it.
Yes.
Calm down.
So basically, I don't know if we told the full story of that. The Trebuchet
Basically,
thing.
We're going to move on to that later.
we are
I just want to talk about
basically
the.
famous.
I want to talk about the song titles on Black Up.
they're quite long.
They
Most
are
of
they
them.
are
They are
rivaling Arctic
post-rock.
Monkeys' first album. Weird names.
I still think post rock probably
Only
has an edge
comparison.
over them, but like
Yeah.
Explosion in the Sky made an album called The Earth is not a cold dead place. That one stuck with me quite a bit. That's not as long as some of these, but
No, yeah.
it's bleak, I know. But these
cool.
songs, I'm not really sure like what you'd call the overall mood of the album,
Well, I just like
because
it.
it varies
odd.
quite a bit. I guess you
Does
could call
vary.
it chill,
Yeah.
It's chill experimental.
but like
It's just all over the
if
place.
we look at track 4, let's get the
No,
name
but
of
you're...
this up.
No, but you're
Go
skipping
on.
my favourite one.
Your favourite? Alright, shall we talk about track 3 then?
Yes.
yes.
Are
good
you,
track.
can you, were you?
Fuzzy Felt.
Yes, felt.
Felt.
It's just so good. It's a nice beat. It's sort of got a very slow start, where it's just sort of hazy, and there's just drones.
You hear a little faint bass line.
Killed by drones. And, you know, I'm not going to do an impression of the worst song of 2015, Drones.
Muse.
Hey, they're good lads. But it starts drony, and you're like, what's going on here? And then a piano starts like playing, and then he comes in, and he starts rapping, and
I really like
it's
how
cool how the beat sort of changes throughout the track.
No, I agree.
It becomes a little bit more aggressive.
And the thing I like about his rapping, which I usually, I don't know, I just can't get into rap, but it's quite melodic, I think, when I was listening to it. I was thinking that, like, because it's experimental hip-hop, like, obviously there's quite a lot of complex rhythms going on, complex melodies sometimes.
Yeah.
Even if they're nice sounding, they're, like, chill sounding. But his voice is one of them, I found, from, like, listening, and I was just like, well, I like this, it's just another layer.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, that's why I was quite into them. I was like, this is good chill music. Put it on while cooking today. Ooh, it's good.
They are a very good cooking album.
Yeah.
I want to quickly go back to the second track. An
all over the place.
An echo from the host that Profess Infinitum.
Yes.
One of my favourite track names on the album.
Good name.
Yep.
Good name.
A lot of the song is built around this sample of this woman's voice.
Yes.
Sounds like she's enjoying herself. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
But what they've done is they've like stretched it out. They've time stretched it to such a slow speed that you can kind of hear like the digital artifacting as kind of like as if they were like frames of audio, like there are frames of video. You can hear like the gaps in between her voice.
Yeah.
And that is, it creates a really weird, trippy, hazy effect.
It's very trippy.
I really
I think
like
that's
it.
the word
I
I
like
would
it too.
use to describe this album. Is just trippy.
And hazy as well.
Like every
I'd say
beat
hazy.
just catches you off guard. You just
Yeah.
you're not ready for the trip.
But they're not. The beats aren't never intense.
No.
But you're always like, whoa, that's quite.
Yeah,
cool.
they're never too much. They're never like too experimental
They're
for
never-
the sake of being too experimental.
It's just like one track after another, and then like the next sort of rhythm or beat hits, and you're like, this is quite cool.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of
It's
it
very
develops
interesting.
like that.
It's,
Yeah, there are so many
It
interesting sounds on the album.
Yeah.
Like
There are.
towards the end of the same track 2, there's all sorts of weird, hazy, almost sound like slightly phase shifted synths towards the end of the song, and like the beat kind of it loses its sense of like the percussiveness. The beat, it ends up just being kind of weird synth noises making the beat at the end of the song.
Yeah.
And like
I dig
it
that.
sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds really good.
I love it when songs do that. They like isolate a single sort of sound or a single sort of bit of the track.
Yeah.
You really get into it. You're like, yeah.
Can
I
I
like
talk
this.
about that one verse in the 5th track, Eulogy, now, please?
Yeah.
I like Eulogy.
Okay.
Go for it.
yeah.
Probably my favourite little verse on the whole album. Even though it's abstract as hell.
Oh, Julian, please notice me, Anthony Fantano.
Just fuck off.
I mean, it's a good verse. I'll give
The
you
nights
that.
are getting stronger and the days are getting longer. The building's getting bigger, outside is getting smaller.
Whoa! How did Shabazz Palaces get in here?
Whoa. Jeez.
The
look
lights
at
are
thought
that.
we
getting
locked
truer and the
doors.
truth is getting brighter.
This is
Things are looking blacker. Black is looking wider.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa!
But we're gonna get censored for copyright.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Hey,
To
nice
quote
meet you.
Heavy
guys.
Diggs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa! It's
Pretty cool.
yeah. It's just all trippy. He's got trippy lyrics, trippy beats, chill rapping.
Track 6, Endeavours for Never, which I'm just going to call it that because I can't be bothered to say the thing in the parentheses afterwards. It's really jazzy, it's got some horns on it. It's
Yeah, I like the horns on this.
It's playing a really laid back kind of like ascending melody. It sounds like it's a sample from somewhere with the way it repeats And it has some nice female vocals on the top.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the woman doing the vocals is actually part of Shabazz Palaces or whether it's someone they've collaborated with. I'm pretty sure it's someone they've collaborated with. I can't remember her name.
I think this
but
contends for one of my favourite tracks on the album.
Yeah?
Just because...
I know my favourite.
Because it's the chorus of this track,
Okay.
her singing gets like... I don't know, it harmonises with the like bass.
Yeah.
And it gets like really sinister for just a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just... That like 2 seconds just resonates with you and you're just like... Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's really good.
Yeah, I know.
I always put have an evil smirk on my face when I hear that that bit. I'm like, ooh,
Spicy meat.
I'm going to take over the world.
Track 7, next track, Recollections of the Wraith. One of the
does it? Go on.
one of the simpler song titles on the album.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got one of my favourite little refrains on the album that he keeps repeating.
That's what I like.
With some kind of nice wordplay in it. I think there's a decent amount of good wordplay on this album.
Yeah, there
I
is.
think right on this one, the hook is clear some space out so we can space out.
Yeah. It's
And
really
he keeps
good.
repeating that, and with the trippy beat and all that,
Yeah.
it's
Keep some
just
space out,
it
so we can space out.
sticks with you.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like it.
Clear some space out so we can space out.
Yeah.
Get some space out. So we
just
can
like-
space out.
It's got an extremely bassy instrumental under that as well.
Yeah. It's just no beat or no song sounds like any other song.
That's true,
It
actually.
is true.
No
yeah.
song sounds like any other song, and all of them are good.
Yeah.
It's
It's just sort of chill, and like you dip into these different
more could
sounds
you ask
from these
of-
different
of
songs.
these
and
people.
It's not too long. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
Nice listening.
Song
Lovely
after,
listening.
track 8, King's New Clothes, has a really weird kind of made by his own hands. It has like a squelchy noise every time. Like it sounds like they're just doing like a snare hit on like the rim of a snare drum,
Yeah.
and every time that hits, there's this sound. There's a really weird squelchy sound, like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not as like intense as that.
Not
but,
not as much of a squelch as when
It's not that.
Oh,
Not as
we're
much-
going to talk about that later.
not as much of a squelch as when someone gets on this bed here.
Oh,
Because
hey.
damn is it
Ooh.
soggy.
I don't know why I give Sam the bed, because, woo.
Hey,
Sogging.
Jay's gone now. I get the whole bed.
Ooh, maybe it will spread out, but I doubt
Doubles,
it.
no,
It'll just soak
just
in.
means I'm working harder to make it even
Ooh,
soggier.
ooh, ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Hey,
Your pheromones are getting me, woo, they're getting me saucy.
might calm it. We'll settle this later.
I'm going on my own list. That's how saucy I feel right now.
I thought the whole point was you were on the list.
Nah, that was a lie from the start. Now I'm finally putting myself
What,
on
so
it.
you were just organising a gangbang? Doing like a bunch
It
of...
was
He was just gonna hold the door slightly open, just peer in.
It was a social experiment, guys. I wanted to see how it went.
You
If
get
it was
Joey
good-
Salads on the way.
Joey Salads.
I'm Joey Salads. This is the Björk, Tom York, Sugar Cubes, Big Moon, Sam Latham, Julian,
Oh my god.
gangbang social experiment.
Go over to these guys' channels to see where we do it again, but with a funny twist.
Hey, memes are heavy right now.
Quick shout out to the last track, Swerve.
I love
The reaping
Swerve.
of all that is
It's my
worthwhile noir
favourite track.
notwithstanding.
Yep.
Favourite.
It's so good.
It's actually your favourite track.
No, it's my favourite, yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Factually, yeah. I really like it. It develops nicely. Like, you've got all the, like,
Thing is, I
happy
wouldn't,
standard stuff that
I
goes throughout the
wouldn't
album.
agree.
Well,
I
Well,
would say,
let him have his say,
And then, like-
especially about the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and then, like, halfway through, you get, like, a nice synth comes in. You're like, oh, that's really pleasant. And it, like, develops nicely, the synth. And then it's one of these things, it's an album closer, because obviously it's the last one on the album, where it sort of it fades into silence a little bit, leaves you a couple seconds, you're like, oh, nice album. And then it comes back in.
Comes all the way back.
Comes all the way back, and it comes back with the most bouncy melody, most bouncy flipping lyrics. It's so cool.
it's
I love it.
It's a good end.
It's a good end.
Black
It
is
makes
you, black is me, black is us, black is free, black is you, black is me, black is us, black is free. Exactly.
It's so happy.
Etc.
Yeah,
Just
I love it.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
Kind of like that one Tame Impala song, which we'll talk about later.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's Black Up.
Yep.
Yes.
One of my all-time favourite hip hop albums.
Ooh.
I think
It
it's
might
mine.
even be better than Good Kid, Mad City
Ooh,
It's my favourite hip hop album.
that is.
because you don't listen
Yeah,
to
that's
shit
because
at all. to
it's the
hip-hop.
only
Exactly.
one you like.
Exactly.
Can we call the Money Store hip hop? Because the Money Store or No Love
like
Deep
it.
Web hip hop, because those are the two most
I
hip hop
really
Death Grips albums.
I'd call
Are
it.
they as good as Black Up?
They're probably better, but like
I
they're
like
melding genres.
In terms of just something that's hip hop and doesn't really have influence
I-
from too many other
I
genres.
Yes,
like
this
Black
one.
Up
Yeah.
more than the Money Store, but not as much as No Love Deep Web.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa,
No
Julian
Love
lost his
Deep
shit.
Web is better than the Money Store.
I just
I really like Deep
I-
Web. I probably prefer it.
I
actually, as
don't
well.
I don't like the fact that the Money Store is good in the first half and then it kind of peers off until the end.
But it doesn't, because Hacker, the last track, is one of the best songs on the album. But that is a discussion for another time.
Julian's been triggered.
I want to move on before I get any more triggered to
Yeah.
the album they released 3 years after, in 2014, Lee's Majesty.
Yes.
Now, admittedly, I haven't listened to Lee's Majesty as much to have Black Up, and that could just be because I don't think it has as much replayability.
Yes.
Because it's not quite as good.
It's a much longer album.
It's 9 minutes longer.
Well, not
It's
much
got
longer.
almost twice
Blimey.
as
But it's got twice as many tracks.
it's
so
got
that's
almost
the
twice as
difference.
many tracks.
Yeah.
They are kind of a little bit hard to digest because there's a lot of interlude tracks where they do the
Yes.
kind of hazy production thing and expect you to kind of feel it, flow as an album. Whereas Black Up, it was more about the songs being disjointed from each other and each doing something different.
Yeah.
Lee's Majesty, according to Shabazz Palaces, is basically split up into 5 suites.
Ooh.
It's grouped into 5 different groups of
Did not know
songs.
that.
And those songs are meant to work together as like a
little-
group of like concept songs, if you like.
Yeah.
And then the next batch comes along, you listen to those together, etc.
Very classical music-y.
Yes, very, very, very
Nice
classical. We got some interesting song titles here
The
again.
cellist approves.
This has got the best.
The Ballad
subtitles.
of Lieutenant Major Winnings. I love that song
That's a
title.
good one.
Hashtag cake. Eating cake.
I like
I'm
it.
having my cake and I'm eating cake. The lyrics on that song
Yeah, I listened to it.
blow your mind.
Is it about eating cake?
He loves cake.
It's a good
Shabazz
lad.
Palaces, they love cake.
That should be their tagline.
Eating cake.
We make good beats and we love cake. That's relatable.
I'm sold. No, I was sold
I
anyway,
mean, I'm
but
already sold. I'm even more sold.
cake is a lie.
I'm sold and I'm hard.
Lost inside a
You're on my head,
whirlwind, eating cake.
Ooh.
Syndicates of girlfriends eating cake.
Hey, spicy bean.
I mean,
I like that you're doing a little head bob while you're
well, I have to because the
Rapping
beat's
that.
quite catchy as well.
It is catchy. That's what
There
Yeah,
are
the
less
beat's
there are
not
less
bad.
catchy
Hold on to it.
there are less catchy songs on Lee's Majesty, and it's definitely meant
Yeah.
as more of a cohesive
That's my problem.
listening experiences. Yeah, I feel like they hit a vein with the catchy hazy beats.
Yes.
I'm just a little bit disappointed that there weren't as many on Lee's Majesty. Although Motion Sickness,
Yep.
track 16 of 18, is still one of my favourite Shabazz Palaces songs.
My favourite Shabazz Palaces song's on here. And
Yeah?
that's, what's it called? Forerunner
4A, because it sounds quite like Flying Lotus.
It does
You've got some
sound
weird
quite
electronics in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah. I like it. It's a good
Some
mix.
fluttering synths, and then
I
you've
must say I've listened to this maybe like halfway through this album.
It's the
Because
second song, but
it's just like
it's a lot of interludes, so it's quite
I
hard.
don't know. It's just I wasn't drawn in like I
Yeah.
was drawn in with Black Up,
Yeah.
where the beats just aren't as catchy. They aren't as hard hitting. The rapping's still there,
Yeah.
but it's just you need for me with rap. You need a beat to drag me in, and then I can
A
go
bouncy
and
beat
listen.
In the case of Black Up.
and go round and listen to the things again and listen to the lyrics and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. But overall,
I
we're not going to
agree.
go too in depth into Lee's Majesty, but
No.
just know that Black Up, if you like hazy, chill hip hop production and some
Bouncy as well.
dope lyrics, catchy beats,
Yeah.
you need to listen to these guys. Shabazz
Yes.
Palaces.
Listen to Black Up first.
Yep. And then pick out the good bits of His Majesty. Good meme. I wrecked their second album.
Erect their second album.
So yeah. Ooh.
Steady on.
I think
Hey,
we've said
things are getting
our
saucy.
feel about.
Yeah, I think we've talked about
Palaces.
Shabazz Palace enough. Should we
They're a
talk
pleasant
about?
surprise.
Should we talk about these fellas over here?
Yes.
Tame Impala.
Tame Impala.
Julian,
Impala.
Julian, that's a microphone. If you hold up an album to it, it won't be able to see. The
So,
viewers can't see
let me describe.
what you're holding up right now.
Julian
Yeah, but
right now
you two have eyes as well,
is
and I
holding
just
up
thought I'd bring it up
an
as a
album.
nice visual prompt for the section that we're about to embark on. So
Or you could just say
He's
the
holding
next
Lonerism.
section because we know it's Tame Impala.
this, I'm right. I'm holding up the Lonerism
Yeah.
CD right.
Yes.
Should I do like the audio like commentary? Julian, a big old gay boy, is holding up. Hey, got him. Is holding up an album for the second best
What could it
Tame
be?
Impala
Hey
album.
now, hey now, you've got a job to do. Right, it's Tame Impala, Australian.
Yep.
Neo-psychedelic.
Let's say neo.
Outfit.
Just psychedelic rock.
But there's psychedelic pop too, so you have to call it neo-psychedelia because that encompasses
Neo.
both.
We're not in the goddamn
Do your
Matrix.
research!
We're not in the goddamn Matrix. Why is Neo here?
Whoa.
Meme.
It's not even a meme. That's just a film reference, mate. Calm down.
Old meme, but
Whatever
it'll
it
pass.
is, the Matrix is glitching out right now. I think that's what's happening.
It's glitching out right now because he said that was the second best
I
album.
know.
So Tame Impala, they've released 3 albums.
Yep.
Yes.
2010 they released their debut.
Meh.
Inner Speaker.
I
Didn't
really
listen-
like Inner Speaker though.
Didn't listen to it.
It's
You're
like-
wrong.
To describe it in one word, good.
That's it.
Quite
though.
forgetful.
A lot of the songs on there are kind of they're not in a state where they can blow me away, and they don't have enough development in their sections, like the melodies or like the songwriting structures blow them away. A lot of
Yes.
the songs meander quite a bit.
A little
There's
bit,
not really an end to them as much as there is a fade out from a nice musical idea that Kevin Parker had.
Yes.
And while I mention Kevin Parker's name, he's the lead singer, guitarist, songwriter, pretty much producer,
Australian
pretty much
bloke.
everything.
Blimey, can he sing?
Ooh.
So I have mixed feelings about his voice.
I think
He's-
you're wrong, but
He's
go on.
constantly in falsetto.
When
He
he
loves his
when he
falsetto.
sings in his high register, it's less noticeable him singing flat every now and then.
Yeah.
But when he's singing kind of normal,
Scathing.
well, I won't say this is a scathing like
Constructive
assessment.
criticism.
I say this is
He'll
fairly
listen.
constructive.
He'll listen to
On
this.
Inner Speaker, there are moments where, well, both the lyrics and his voice don't really complement each other. Like the last track, I don't really mind. Worst song that they've written.
It's really quite bad.
He must repeat "I don't really mind" about 50 times.
Which
during
would be
the song.
fine, but it doesn't. There's no. The instruments don't really
It
add any weight to it.
Nope.
doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere basically.
Yeah.
It's
For 4 minutes.
It's a bit of a naff album. To describe it in
Nah.
10 words,
It's not naff
good,
album.
but not as good as the Shark Tale soundtrack.
Oh well.
Check that. I believe
Okay,
that's
so you're
10
not
words.
counting them.
Let's
the
think
whole time.
I-
Let's talk about the good.
Right.
Let's talk about the good stuff from Inner Speaker. Mike, you've got a couple of favourite tracks that I know. you
Yeah, I
want to talk
do.
about.
I really like Lucidity. That's my favourite one. It was a standout. It had a bit more character than the rest, I think. That's
Yeah.
why it stood out. It's
It's-
not super hard hitting.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, none of the album is really, but it's just sort of nice. Another standout track, which is probably what you were going to mention, I believe, is Jeremy's Storm.
Yes.
That's a really good track.
Interestingly, it's also I think the only song
Yep.
on the album where Kevin Parker doesn't sing.
He doesn't sing.
that's something.
So sorry, Kevin, but you not singing has made a best track on the album.
For that reason, and for it is kind of a meandering song, but I think the instrumentation
I think
and the
the
melodies they put
psychedelic,
forward
neo-psychedelic instrumentation, chuck a neo in there,
is
make me seem intelligent. It drags you in.
It does.
You really get sucked into it.
it
You're
lasts
like,
5.5 minutes, but it doesn't feel like it does.
No, it doesn't. You're
That's
just
what
sort of-
psychedelic
You're in
music's
this
trying to do.
space.
Important to note.
Yeah.
That this album in particular in Tame Impala's discography, they are wearing their Beatles influence
Yes.
very, very
I was going
clearly
to say
on their
that's important we
sleeve.
mention that
Because Kevin Parker's vocals as well, when I first heard him sing, which was on Lonerism, their next album,
Yes.
I genuinely thought I was listening to John Lennon. Because they're very, very
the second
similar.
coming of John Lennon, the neo John Lennon,
The Neo
He's
John
come
Lennon.
back.
Neo
the
post-industrial
the post
experimental
John Lennon revival.
Put all the flipping,
That's a good description.
all
for
the
Tame Impala.
hipster adjectives on it possible.
I like it. Garage, neo, experimental,
Glam,
punk,
psychedelic,
psychedelic,
post, neo.
neo.
Same neo, like-
Morpheus. Let's enter the Matrix. Kevin Parker, Tame Impala.
Don't say Tame Impala. Tame Impala.
I said Tame Impala.
You trigger me so much when you say Tame Impala.
I know, I said it for a meme there, but I did initially kept saying Tame Impala and I look stupid.
This is what I have to deal with, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
I just thought it was a
I
weird
live
Australian
with
thing.
this degenerate. You can't even read a
I'm a Tame degenerate. I'm not out of
It's
control.
4 letters long, and you can't bloody read it.
I initially thought it had
Tame?
like a little, you know, little thing above the E. So
asterisk or
not
accent.
an accent. Yeah.
An asterisk, yeah.
Yeah.
An asterisk. Yeah.
But
An
then-
asterisk.
An asterisk and asterisks and obelix.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's got one of them.
Anyway, I
Good.
think we've gone off the rails a tiny bit on this album.
First 3 tracks is where I kind of got slightly impatient with all the Beatles.
It's really strong. It's
Lucidity
a
did
Beatles revival.
change it a little bit.
do,
Lucidity
it
was a
does
bit
do
more
it.
exciting, more
Julian.
like them.
I like the story of the album as well, actually.
Is there a story?
Sort of, yeah. It's in a speaker, so it's all about all these thoughts that you have in your own mind.
Oh, okay, I see.
So if you listen to the tracks, a lot of the lyrics are, you know, like all these things you tell yourself.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at the
Like,
song
yes,
titles.
Sam, you have
Yeah.
friends. They don't
Yeah,
despise
like
you.
drink the bleach, drink the bleach,
There's
Drink the
drink the
goddamn
bleach.
bleach.
That's what I say on my
Alter Ego.
Yep.
So we have like Expectation. Yeah,
Expectations
you
is a
had
really
in
good
your
track.
mind. Oh, yeah,
that was the
talk-
other one I was going to mention as
Yeah.
well. Expectation that had a bit more character than the rest. Stood out a bit. And again, it's got really strong lyrics. It's got really strong lyrics, especially if you know it's all about, you know, like how you beat yourself up with expectations and stuff in your own mind.
Beat myself up.
It's
all
a good
the time.
album for lyrics, and it
You
sounds
beat
nice.
me as well, you cuck.
Yeah.
But only when I've been naughty
When I've come home enraged after an algebra lecture.
with scarce.
We had an algebra lecture today, so I'm on edge.
That's
Sam, run away.
Daddy's gonna beat me again.
Julian, don't do it.
Julian, put away the belt.
I was-
Put away the belt.
No,
I was just-
no, you got a belt.
I got spooked. Spooked over, boys.
I was just going to mention the song Runaway Houses City Clouds. Second
I
last track
like
on the
that one
album.
as well. Yeah.
So it's 7 minutes long.
I think this should have
and-
been the album finisher.
It should have been the album finisher, but also I think it should have been about maybe 4 or 5 minutes long, because the first half's really interesting.
It is really
First half
interesting.
sounds fine.
Yeah.
Second half meanders.
It's very.
It was going to be
repetitive,
my
I think.
favorite. It would be my favorite song on the album if it ended after the musical ideas from the first
Yeah.
half, but it doesn't. And then of course you have I Don't Really Mind,
Which is on the
fucks
end.
it up completely.
It is a track after that track.
yeah.
It's not a good
boys.
track. I think they should have. They should have Runway Houses, City Clouds drag on for a little bit, because again the start's really good, and then they could have it mellow out like it does.
I think
And
if
then they
it
should
was
just end the
if it
album
was
there.
the final track, I
Yeah.
think you could have it go on for a little bit, just
And you'd
to
understand
sort of
it,
fade
Yeah,
out.
for the fade out, sure, yeah, that's fine.
But it just doesn't. They add another track on it. It's like what? It's very confusing.
Excuse me.
That's my only gripe with the album. That last track. I think Sam's got more gripes than me, but I quite like this album. It's good.
Can we move on
Forgettable, though.
to the best Tame Impala album?
Let's move on to the best one. So what happened here is
Tied for best.
Tame Impala.
Fuck off.
Well,
Tied for best.
we've got an argument going on here because this second album is similar to the first in a lot of the instrumentation.
It's got a more psychedelic
But
rock sound,
They
again.
learnt from their lessons.
Not so much Beatles influence,
Yep.
apart from Be Above It, where I still think he sounds like John Lennon, as I said.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
It's so good.
Be Above It.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bit
So-
great.
Gotta be above it.
Gotta be above it. Gotta be above it.
Gotta be above
My issue with Be Above It,
I can
I'm not
counter
gonna
your
tell
issue.
my thing
That's
with Be
how I
Above
feel
It,
like Danny Brown.
the musical idea with the drums and the vocals, his vocals are better on this album overall.
Musical
And
idea
on,
is great.
and on Be Above It, his vocals are strong. They're probably stronger than they are like at any point on In the Speaker.
Wow.
But I just can't get over the fact that it doesn't develop enough. It goes through this musical idea for 3.5 minutes.
I have a counter to
And-
that, which is, you know...
Go on.
It's leading.
So the track is the first on the album,
Yep.
and it's one of those tracks that leads you in. So it's got this sort of drum feel, whatever drum beat going on to start with,
drum riff.
and drum riff. Not very good at saying riff, I always forget. But yeah, he's got this drum riff going on, and it's got his lyrics like "Gotta be above it, gotta be above it," and it's sort of been drowned out a little bit by the instruments, and it just sort of leads into the album.
It doesn't.
You know,
lead in
I
very
have to.
well.
I do
It
agree
gives
with you
you a
there
nice setup.
because right at the end it kind of ends slightly abruptly with him doing the drum fill, and then
Just-
right after it cuts off, he says "Gotta be above it" once without any instrumentation behind it.
Yeah.
And then the second track, On Dortoir, goes straight into
Yes, yeah.
into
Uh,
the full
It's like
thing.
a primer. It gets
I
you
imagine.
into
I imagine
yeah, I
that
see what you
bit
mean.
where, like, in "Gotta Be Above It," when it just explodes with the instrumentation.
Yeah.
That's where, if it was, say, a movie, Tame Impala would show up as like the title credits. Like,
Yeah,
Tame
okay,
Impala
I see what
would
you
fly
mean.
towards the screen.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Tame Impala in
That's
Comic
it.
Sans.
It sounds.
in rainbow font Comic Sans. Yay!
I've made a quality album.
But it's not as good as Coyotes.
But can I at least
I actually don't believe this, but I'm just doing it to trigger Julian.
can we please agree that Be Above It, if it was a standalone song,
Oh yeah.
If
I
it was
wouldn't
in
be
the
as
middle
impressed.
of the album,
it
It needs
would
to
not
develop
be
more.
work, yeah.
It's way
Yeah.
too repetitive.
And the
But
next track, though, as I said, Endors-toi, which means go to sleep in French,
yes.
Alright.
because Kevin Parker's girlfriend is from Paris, and that's why the album cover of Lonerism
Yep.
is a garden in Paris, which I've been to and taken a similar photo of.
Oh, nice.
The Jardin du Luxembourg,
Whoa.
the Garden of Luxembourg.
Where's that?
Oh, it's in Paris, mate. It's in the 16th arrondissement, I think.
Ooh,
It's a lovely
awesome.
place, that.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Know it well,
Classic
know it well.
place.
Yeah.
It's my,
On
that's
L'Autoir.
my favourite.
Yeah?
Every weekend.
Yeah.
There are lots of arrondissements that you should visit them all and then decide.
What?
I've been to all of them, mate. I'm the master.
Been
of-
there, done that.
I'm the master of whatever you just fucking said.
Yes, that's my
I've
answer.
been to 1 through 16.
Well,
There's more than 16.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
everyone
he's been to
knows.
the 16
I
favourites.
get it. I
Everyone
get it.
knows. Once you go past 16, it's just repeating. It's just Hollywood trying to milk the whole idea.
Basically, yeah.
Hate
But-
sequels.
Endors-toi, it explodes into this
Endors-toi.
this big, nice, like sunbeamy
Yes.
combination
Oui,
of
oui,
synths and drums and guitars. The guitar tones sound so
And the
good.
thing I have to say now at this point is that the way that they record, the sound engineering is so crisp with Tame Impala. It is like the defining thing.
Mike, it's pronounced Tame Impala.
Oh, Tame Impala! Production is crisp and the Tame Impala. I'm speaking Simish now. I'm
No,
speaking
it's-
Sim
It's,
in that
no,
game.
it's special guest, Swedish chef.
Tame Impala.
Thanks, Swedish chef, for your opinion. Oh, classic.
I love Swedish Chef. I wish I could eat
He's
it.
my
Okay.
he's my favourite.
Right.
So, back to...
Endors-toi, great song.
Hmm?
Track 3. Apocalypse Dreams.
Oh my god, I love this track!
It's a dream.
Best song of the decade.
Best song of the decade.
Genuinely.
I can't dispute that. A little bit, I can't dispute that.
But
I
what
want
about
to.
drones? What about drones?
Okay, now I've changed my mind.
It's all
Ah,
over.
it's all over.
Listen to Apocalypse Dreams. It's like
Go.
Put some good headphones
proper
on.
headphones
Something
on.
that's noise cancelling, and hear the quality of the recording.
Everything about this song.
It's so
This is-
good. It's so well
This is
engineered.
why I love Tame Impala.
Tame
It's
Impala.
because I'm a bass man. I play the cello and the bass, so I'm all into my bass
Bass
lines.
man's a waste
and-
man.
Get the fuck out.
Not in the big moon, they're not.
Hey.
Hey.
So when I listen to songs, if there's a good bass line, I'm right in there. And bloody hell do they do good bass lines. And bloody hell does this song have a fucking good bass line.
And oh my
boys.
god, the drums as well. Oh, they're so crisp. They're the literal definition of crisp.
They do sound kind of. Well, I won't say lo-fi in like the Neutral Milk Hotel sense, but they
No.
sound kind of slightly
way,
distorted in the 60s Beatles sense.
They do, yeah.
And
It's so well put together. I
But
don't.
they're like weirdly distorted, so they're like even more crisp.
Well, what
yeah,
happens?
it
is
does.
the-
It does make it
I
sound
think
like that.
the mix of the drums in the whole sound mix, it moves the drums sort of around. So if I don't have a good pair of headphones, but I think that he's like messing around with the channels where the drums are going. and
I'm
stuff.
sure he
it's
is.
so well engineered.
He's a much better producer than he is a singer.
He is. I will say that.
Whoa.
Whoa. But,
Go.
but it's honestly my favourite song from Tame Impala.
And we keep flooding through the album, and there's
Past life though.
No, well,
good
get
song
that
after
meme.
good song after good song.
These next few
Mind
songs,
Mischief.
Mind Mischief is
Oh,
great. I really love Mind
beautiful.
Mischief, and it's such a good follow-on from Apocalypse Dreams. It really
Damn right.
is. It's such a good set of tracks. Where are we? I've forgotten the
We're in
next
your
track.
bedroom, you dum-dum.
Oh, Music to Walk Home By is a good track.
Music to Walk Home By is great.
Yep. It's a tiny bit of a breather, maybe? A little bit,
It is slightly, although...
The drums hold off a bit, I think.
Why
I
won't
can't
they,
remember.
Next track, why won't they talk to me?
This is my second favourite on the album.
Why won't they talk to me?
Memes.
Memes?
I love that track. I
Yeah.
fell in
Very
love with
catchy.
the album because of that track. It's so good.
Yeah, but what about the next track, Mike?
Well, no, can I talk about why when they talk to me? Can I say like one more thing?
Be quick, we've been recording for 50 minutes.
Fucking Christ!
Jesus, kill me.
Go, boys! Music to Walk Home By. Damn.
It's
Why won't they talk to me? Oh, I don't know, but it's good.
Oh, I'm crying. They won't
Feels
talk
like
to me.
we're like we only go backwards. And
Next track, Keep On Lying. It's pretty dank. It's got a guitar solo in it.
I'm not lying when I say it's good.
Hey!
Elephant.
Next track, She Just Won't Believe Me. It's less than a minute
Elephant's
long.
good,
It's
but-
barely even a song.
But believe me, is it good?
Nothing that has happened so far has been anything we could control. Another psychedelic trip of 6 minutes. And then
great.
the last track.
Sun's coming
It's
up.
very different.
Good
from the rest of the
ending.
album.
Completely different.
Good ending.
But it is a good ending.
a good
I'll only
ending.
say it's good. I don't like it nearly as much as I do some of the other
Agreed.
songs.
It's like if this entire thing.
This album's great.
It's like if this entire song or entire album is like a trip,
Yeah.
and then sun coming up is like you waking up, and it's like a bit monotonous almost. Sort of.
Whoa.
Well, not monotonous.
I think it sounds
in
like-
a good
no,
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like sort of like that.
It sounds like a
it's
kind of
just like-
come down song
Yeah, it's
to
just
me.
like sun's coming up now.
Oh, the night's over.
Get up,
You've done
get
your
up,
weed and listened to the album.
get up, and be productive. You lazy shite.
Yes, Sam, who didn't turn up for the placement talk this morning.
I had a bad.
Oh, my throat was aching. It was really hurting.
Mate,
What is that
who's
impression
got
of
the
where
job
did it come
interview?
from?
You
I
cunt.
think it came from Monty
Who's-
Python.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Life of Life.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Piss off.
I love that film.
Not as good.
Crucify Us All, though.
It's not as good as Shark Tale. No, it's not as good as Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I prefer Monty Python.
Okay.
Speaking of things we prefer,
What?
Sam, you might want to
Is your
transition.
favourite colour?
Blue
Yeah, then.
and
Yellow. No.
What?
Green.
Is your favourite Tame Impala album?
Current.
Current.
Oh no.
Yeah, I would fly off. I prefer Lonerism.
So Lonerism. It's in my top 5 for 2012 because
yeah.
we've got the Money Store there.
It's a
we've
solid 9 out of 10 album.
yeah,
It's
it
like
is.
9 out of 10 to the heart.
It's 9 out of 10.
We've got Money Store's obviously best album of 2012,
It's always going to be an album.
but it's there or thereabouts. We'll leave it at that. Right, Sam.
Yes.
This is the
Your
best album.
time.
All joking aside, I do believe after this week of listening to Currents and Lonerism is the better album. But
Okay.
Hey,
We did it! Good meme!
you said that you liked Currents more at one point.
It flip-flopped for me.
Yeah.
I had a moment.
See, it flip-flopped for me as well, but
I had
Currents-
a single moment.
Currents has songs in it which feel like it's just like why are these here?
Like that.
Nangs. Nangs.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It feels like they only
Only
take
go,
the album backwards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's meme. I like.
Hey,
Gossip. Another one.
Yeah, gossip.
Less than a minute long.
I like the sounds of Gossip, but
Actually, no.
Like, why?
It's
we
a
should talk
decent
about
transition.
the sounds because this is a more poppy album
Yes.
than Inner Speaker and Lonerism.
So-
Inner Speaker
and
and
it's
Lonerism
also it's
were more psych rock.
and
Yes.
it's a more
It's-
electronic album, which
Definitely.
is originally why I liked it more because I liked the electronic sound of it.
fair
I
enough,
thought
yeah.
it was cool and maybe a bit Daft Punky, not really, but like
Sort of.
I kinda
Maybe
know what
a
you
mix,
mean.
a little
new
bit.
Daft Punk, not old Daft Punky,
Daft Punk.
like bad
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Again, it needs to be
Daft
said
Punk.
as a heads up when we're just describing this album. The quality of production here is off the charts. It's off the
The
charts.
motherfucking chain.
My favourite song on the album, which is the first song on the album, Let It Happen.
it happen.
Let it happen. It's so well
It
produced.
feels so good.
This is like
Good
a
tune.
masterpiece. This is one man's like beautiful work producing this song.
It's just honestly, a shame it drags on too
long. No, I disagree with you. So it is a 7-minute long track.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Start the fight, boys.
7 minutes 47. It is a long track.
Yeah.
If you listen to it and you're not sucked in with the quality of the recording, the quality of the production, it does repeat itself. The lyrics are very simple. They're very poppy lyrics. With an obvious sort of hook.
My issue with putting an 8-minute track at the start of the album is that what they did on Lonerism, where they put a nice primer, as you said.
Primer, yeah.
Putting an 8-minute song, which, while it does sound more poppy, drags on for 8 minutes, will put some people off it.
It will, I think. Yeah. No, but what happened with me, though, when this album clicked for me and I suddenly said, oh, it's my favourite album, oh, I love this, I prefer it to Lonerism, is when I started listening to Let It Happen again. This is, I think, my second listen through the album, and I had it was a quiet, like, room that time, and I had, like, my earphones in, and I was like, oh my god, like, the mix and the production and the engineering and, like, the instrumentation and everything is so well balanced, it's so well done, and I was literally just pulled in by that.
Yeah.
Like, it is beautiful, it's so good.
It is lovely.
And it's a different sound from their previous album, Lonerism.
What I would say pulled me in on this album, originally, is there's almost like, I wouldn't say a gimmick, but there's like a pattern in a bunch of songs where there's almost like an explosion of instrumentation or an explosion of just like something.
There's like that just goes like a bass line.
Yeah, it's some like bass line or synth.
This happens in the second track. Third track.
The moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second proper
Sam,
track,
you talk about the moment first, and then I will...
I'm not a fan of the moment.
Are you not?
I like the moment.
Alright.
The moment is not in the string
I'll have to defend the moment.
Yeah, you will.
Again, it's this progression. I really love the progression of the moment. Again, it's got simple...
We can just assume that every song on here has got really, really good production and really, really nice sounding instruments.
But yeah, but on this, and also you can also assume the lyrics are quite simple.
Yeah,
simplistic.
I agree.
Because they're pop.
It's not
lyrics.
So much the lyrics that disappoint me. It is the chorus in the moment which I'm left a little bit wanting with, because
I'm only here in the moment.
Because the bit where it says "It's getting closer,"
I love that bit.
Right, I love that.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing he sings in the chorus. He doesn't develop that anymore, apart from raise it like a semitone 4 bars.
See what happened with me. The way that I got to love that bit, which I do love that bit, is because I got so pulled in by Let It Happen. Right. And the instrumentation.
And Nangs didn't put you off.
Nangs didn't put me off. It just sort of it coasted me along. Nangs is a bit
Nangs is not good.
No, it's not a good track. I'm not going to say it's a good track.
There. It's like the Julian of the album. It's just there.
I'd already listened to like roughly 8 minutes of good stuff.
Everyone hates it.
And then just Nangs.
Just like Julian.
Oh, Julian.
Everyone hates him.
You came and ruined it.
Just kidding. I love Julian.
He's on the list.
Well, I don't love you because I only have eyes for Björk.
Anyway, so back to the point. Shoot. Back to the moment.
Hey!
Good memes, spicy meme balls.
Whoa.
Less I know the better.
Well, that's an obvious standout single.
You've like skipped.
But you've skipped to the middle of the album.
Right. Do you know why?
Okay.
Because it's irrelevant.
No,
right?
No,
it's completely irrelevant.
Your mouth, alright?
Yes, Sam, do it. You're an empowered man.
Here we go. Right, this is.
For it.
Oh, the bell's coming up.
Oh my god. Jeez. Julian,
right.
Put it away.
Oh my god, the rubber band's out.
I've got a band. I'm gonna flick it at Julian.
It's like the ending of Reservoir Dogs. We're all
literally
going to shoot each other. Right. So
it's gonna get bloody.
This is the bit of the album that drew me in originally. Was Yes, I'm Changing. Eventually, the less I know, the better, and Past Life. Skipping Gossip because it's like 30 seconds long.
I was mostly referring to Gossip when I said.
But it's just so chill and amazing.
Sounds so
There's
good.
just a bit like eventually, like you were singing, when it just goes eventually, and like the synths come in, and you're just like, you just get like hit with this just wave of
what it is.
Chill.
And if you're
good.
feeling the instrumentation at this point, you know the lyrics are repetitive. You just don't care.
You don't care.
You're just waiting for the instrumentation.
Less I Know the Better is one of the best tracks on the album. Everyone knows that.
Because it's catchy and the singing isn't that bad.
Past Life. a bit of a
I
controversial topic.
God, I just accidentally swallowed my millions. Go on, continue.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do with your millions, mate.
I'm expecting it.
Past life.
Past life. Oh God. Here
I
we go.
really like it.
I will admit, the starting few, the
It's
starting verse,
cheesy.
It's
Is
very
it
cheesy.
so cheesy?
It's cheesy,
No,
but
but
it's
it
like
tells a story.
good cheesy.
You need again, it's the whole primer thing, but
the whole
in this
point
case for a
of the song is like how he used to have a girlfriend or a lover or whatever, and his life was all over the place, and now he's not with her, and he's just fallen into this monotonous routine, and that's why there's no like instrumentation at the start except for do 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 do, is because it's like, you know, it's just simple, and then he sees this girl that he remembers. He's like,
holy
he
shit,
suddenly
that
gets
is
hit
my
like,
girl.
oh my god, like what has my life become? I'm just boring.
And then that's
and
when
then boom, just the bass. It's just a fucking bass drone. It's so good. It's
Super
just
drone.
It's a bass super drone. It's just in, and you're just like, yes.
It's not heavy though. It's really poppy.
Yeah, it's just like,
and like, oh, it's so nice.
and then like that hits you.
Yeah.
And then the lyrics just come in with from a past life, and it's just. Oh, it's perfect. It's so
catchy.
good.
I like it.
It's fantastically
I have
made.
it as a 5 out of 10, but you know.
Right.
I
give it 7 to an 8 out of 10.
I'll
You
give
just
it-
said it was perfect.
Yeah,
But
like,
that moment's
but like
perfect.
7 to 8.
Oh, I hate his voice. Sounds like a
moment.
fucking rat. 6 or 7 out of 10.
It was closer to a 6, and that was only because I was being nice.
Wow. We do talk about albums that are notoriously great and we'd love everyone to listen to. So any criticisms we
I try to be
bring them down
harsh
to
when
about
I
6 or 7.
I try to be
probably.
harsh when I listen to new music because I sometimes get trapped in the loop of, oh, it's new music. I've been told to listen to it. It must be great.
Well, no, I just sort of I like when I'm
And
aware
I don't
of
want to.
someone's-
I don't want to like it because someone has told me to like it.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that totally.
Except for the Money Store and Death Grips.
It's just we talk about albums we love or we'd love to dispute. So
now, because like neither of you are badgering me, that basically means that there are no other relevant tracks on the album, right, Sam?
Excuse me.
Well, come on then.
I like the ending, but
last,
it's a little forgettable.
The last 3 tracks. After Past Life, you have 2 tracks which is on there, throwaways. Then the last 3 tracks are great. They're nothing like amazing. They're no third track on Lonerism, but they're good. That's all I'm saying. Especially New Person, Same Old Mistakes. Great tune.
6 out of 10.
Excuse me.
His vocals bore me on that track,
Nice,
honestly.
so-
It's a nice ending. It's a good ending for the story lyrically of the album.
I like the bass line in it. I like the bass line in it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, doo, doo. That's where like 5 of the points come from.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah. And that's the end of our discussion.
It's a nice album to
Decent
listen to.
album.
Decent album. But I will say Lonerism is
say
better.
great album?
Lonerism, great album. I would agree.
And then Lonerism is amazing album.
God album.
Yeah, no, so I'd summarise.
It's not quite God tier for me, but it's
It's
very
very
close.
close.
It's
I'd say
very
it.
close.
Yeah.
It's like
It's right below
Yeah.
that bracket. for me.
Lonerism is if you took the like good songs from, or the like level of good of the best songs from current and put them all in an album and didn't have the naff songs that you skip.
Yeah, and if they, were rocky more than poppy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
I love both of them. I'm gonna dive into them so much more now that I've listened to them both. properly.
Whenever I need to chill, it's
They're
Tame
so
Impala is
good.
the way to go.
Tame Impala. Tame Impala is such
Fluty, bro.
it's such a good.
Swedish chef,
such a
you've
good
been
group.
quiet for so long. Speak up.
I thought we killed you.
You're saying less than Jay did last podcast.
Ho!
Oh, speak up, mate.
We love you, Jay. Please come back.
Oh, we did love you.
Well, he escaped, didn't he, from where
Well,
we
he tried, didn't he?
Oh.
Oh. Then he stopped breathing. You didn't see what happened.
We need a visual. We need a visual.
Mike tried to flick me with a rubber band. He hit himself.
That's a metaphor for many things that I'm involved with in my life. Including this podcast.
Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal.
I think we've done both things we want to talk about today.
Yep.
A good amount of justice.
I think so, yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We've had great fun doing this one.
Thank you.
I hurt my thumb with a rubber band.
That's all that
Thanks
came
for
out of this.
listening.
I hurt my soul having to sit in a room with Mike.
I have crippling depression.
We are gonna
End with memes. End strong.
everyone briefly mention what's going on the next episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
The reason
Sam, get off
you
the
might
bed.
have imagined that we didn't talk about Björk much this because we've been holding it in. We are holding it in until next week because next week is full Björk, nothing but Björk.
She's like a little city. I love her. Oh my god.
Björk!
Marry me.
We're gonna get smashed and we're gonna talk about Björk
And she's
for an hour.
single.
Björk, if you want to come on, lass, head on over.
I'll
We
do
love
that,
you.
pal.
You can sit on the bed with me. We can cuddle up. It'll
Bed's
be
very
great.
soggy right now. Sam's getting excited. Sam, calm down, please. Between this and the big moon bases, my bed's gonna be ruined. Jesus.
Ruined.
Anyway, well, I
So
think we
we'll-
should wrap up.
We'll see you next
After
episode,
that-
people.
Thanks for listening. I'm going to bed.
I can't guarantee next episode's going to be as coherent as this one, but I'm sure you'll tune in regardless. So
Sun's coming.
I can't wait to talk about Björk.
Some things think it's over.
Is that it?
Good
Something like
meme.
Alright.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
I love Björk.